Okay, I was discussing about how many OH groups are present in glycerol. Three beta. So it is at how many places that a ester bond can be formed? That means the fatty acid can attach to a glycerol at how many points?
3
points.
3 points. Because we have got 3 OH groups, 3 functional groups. So it is at 3 places that fatty acids can combine. So 3 ester bonds can be formed. ये भी हो सकता है कि सिर्फ एक पे कंबाइन करे, ये हो सकता है कि दो पे करे, and the possibilities can combine at all the 3 positions also. So just keep in mind when we talk about glycerol, we have got how many places? 3 OH groups over here. See, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. So beta, इसको देखो अच्छे से. If you see when it is combining, this is your alcohol, glycerol, and this is your fatty acid, RCOOH. Okay, CH2OH is coming from alcohol. See this very carefully. CH2OH is your alcohol part, and RCOOH is what? What is RCOH?
Carboxyl group.
Carboxyl group of what? This entire thing is your fatty acid. RCOOH is what? This is your fatty acid. So glycerol with fatty acid. If one fatty acid is combining, then how many waters are being molecules are being removed?
One molecule.
One.
There is only one ester bond. इसको एक बार फिर से देख लो बेटा. This CH2OH is coming from glycerol, and RCOOH is actually your fatty acid. So from fatty acid and from this, one water molecule is going to be removed. So how many ester bonds are possible? How many ester bonds are possible? How many places fats can combine, fatty acids can combine? 3 places. So beta, there are 3 possibilities. ये देखो बेटा, आपको सिंपल तरीके से समझाने के लिए, this गोला वाला is your glycerol, ये तो होगा ही होगा. And then we have 3 places. So there is a time when you have one glycerol and one fatty acid. Okay. There are times when only at one place one fatty acid will combine and only one ester bond will be formed. Okay. So this is your glycerol and this is your fatty acid. Remember, glycerol is hydrophilic in nature and fatty acid is hydrophobic in nature. Glycerol is hydrophilic and fatty acid is hydrophobic. So one molecule has one end as hydrophilic and the other end is hydrophobic. Such molecules are called amphipathic molecules. This is a new word for you, amphipathic. Okay, AMPHI. Amphi means both. You've done this earlier also, amphibians. Amphipathic. Why is it called amphipathic? Because it has got one part as glycerol, which is hydrophilic, and one part is fatty acid, which is hydrophobic. So this is one molecule, but it has one part as hydrophilic and the other is hydrophobic. So such kind of molecules, what are they called?
Amphipathic.
Amphipathic. So this is one possibility where only on one OH you have got one fatty acid combined. So this is a combination of one glycerol and one fatty acid. There could be a second possibility like this, where you have one glycerol and how many fatty acids?
2.
2 fatty acids. This is the third possibility where you have one glycerol and how many fatty acids?
3.
3. Should I draw 4 वाला also? और यहाँ पे stop कर देना चाहिए. Tell me, should I make 4 वाला also? Should I attach 4 fatty acids?
No, ma'am.
No.
No, ma'am.
Why? Why, children?
Ma'am, because there are 3 carbons.
There are only 3 functional groups OH. So only 3 fatty acids can combine. After that, it is not possible. बेटा अगर ऐसा है, ऐसा मतलब there is one fatty acid and this is one glycerol. Such kinds of fats or such kind of fats are known as monoglyceride fats. What are they called?
Monoglyceride.
And how many ester bonds are there in this?
One.
One between this and this. Okay. And if you come across this figure, where you've got one glycerol and 2 fatty acids, then this is known as which fat?
Diglyceride fat.
Diglyceride fat. How many ester bonds?
2.
2 ester bonds. one ester bond at this OH and this fatty acid and this. Come to this one. This is a triglyceride fat. So you'll have one glycerol and how many fatty acids?
3.
3.
3. So you've got 3 kinds. Monoglyceride. So whenever you come across this term monoglyceride, it means one glycerol and one fatty acid. If you come across the word diglyceride, it means one glycerol and 2 fatty acids. Triglyceride means one glycerol and 3 fatty acids. बेटा एक वर्ड ये भी पढ़ा था हमने अभी सैचुरेटेड फैट. तो सैचुरेटेड फैट कब बनता है? When with glycerol जो fatty acid combined हो रहा है, that is a saturated fatty acid. Then that kind of a fat is known as a saturated fat. And अगर glycerol के साथ कोई unsaturated fatty acid combine हो जा रहा है, then we are going to call it as which fat? Unsaturated fat. It all depends upon which fatty acids are going to combine with glycerol. If saturated ones are combining, we'll call them as saturated fats. And if unsaturated fatty acids are going to combine with glycerol, we'll call them as unsaturated fats. Let me revise this part very quickly with you. This is your glycerol. Okay, this is your glycerol. How many OH over here?
3.
3.
So how many places we have where a fatty acid can bind?
3.
It could be 1 over here, 2 over here, 3. So here I have shown 1. If you remember in the previous figure, tell me this is which kind of a fat? This one. This beta. This is what? Monoglyceride or triglyceride fat?
Triglyceride.
Triglyceride.
Glyceride fat. Because if you see over here, this was one glycerol and I had attached 3 fatty acids to this glycerol. All the 3 OH valency is satisfied because there are 3 fatty chains, so 3 molecules of water, and what we are getting is a triglyceride. Supposing if 2 would combine, then how many water molecules will be released?
2.
Then such a glyceride will be known as?
Diglyceride.
And if only at one OH, one fatty acid is combining, then that kind of a glyceride is known as?
Monoglyceride.
How many water molecules will be released in case of esterification reaction in a monoglyceride?
1.
1.
So the number of water molecules will differ because the number of, and esters bond also. How many ester bonds will be formed in monoglycerides?
1.
Very good. How many ester bonds in diglycerides?
2.
2. And how many ester bonds in triglycerides?
3.
3.
So this concept of mono, di and triglycerides, I think it's quite clear now. Let me scroll up very quickly. I just have 1 minute, 2 minutes more. Let me revise it quickly with you. Glycerol is also known as, what word I told you? Tell me.
Dihydroxypropane.
Dihydroxypropane. Because it has got how many carbon atoms?
3.
3.
And how many hydroxy groups?
3.
3.
They've got 3. Then we did classification of lipids. We said simple lipids, conjugated lipids, derived lipids. So simple lipids are esters of?
Fatty acids
Fatty acids and alcohol.
Again, simple lipids can be of 2 types, true fats and?
Waxes.
If the alcohol is glycerol, then it is?
True fat.
And if you have any other alcohol apart from glycerol?
Waxes.
Conjugated lipids are combination of simple lipids with?
Something else or non-lipid part.
Yes, something else or non-lipid part. Give me one example for conjugated lipid.
Phospholipid.
Phospholipid or glycolipid.
So when you say phospholipid or glycolipid, you mean lipid and non-lipid part. So in glycolipid, which is a non-lipid part?
Carbohydrate.
It's carbohydrates. So you had simple lipids, you had conjugated lipids, which was a third category?
Derived
lipids.
Derived lipids, where again you had 2 kinds of classification further. You remember what were there?
Sterols and
terpenes.
And on the basis of melting point, again we had 2 categories, hard fats and
oils.
Animal fats come under which category? Hard fats or oils?
Hard fats.
Hard
Yes. So true fats are basically esters of fatty acids and glycerol. When I say fatty acid, this is my fatty acid. RCOOH. That means R is my long chain of hydrocarbons. And what group is attached to it is the carboxyl.
Carboxyl.
Then we discussed about non-essential and essential fatty acids. Those acids which we need to take in a diet, our body cannot prepare. What are they called?
Essential
fatty acids.
Give
Essential.
me very quickly 2 examples of essential fatty acids we had done. Which one?
Linoleic acid.
Linoleic acid and alpha linolenic acid.
Alpha linolenic acid. And then I told you that why this is called as trihydroxypropane, because the backbone is 3 carbon atoms and alcohol group is present. So this is your triglyceride. You have understood. You've got 3 fatty acids combined with 3 OH, 3 water molecules going. This is your triglyceride, ester formation. It could be diglyceride also. It could be triglyceride. Simple. You've done fat saturated, unsaturated. Simple way to remember is this. 1 glycerol, 1 fatty acid, 1 ester bond. This is monoglyceride. 1 glycerol, 2 fatty acids, 2 ester bonds. This is diglyceride. Then we had the third one, beta. This is 1 glycerol, 3 fatty acids, and how many bonds?
3.
3 ester
3
bonds.
ester bonds.
Last one. Last concept was when the glycerol is attached to these fatty acids and these fatty acids are saturated fatty acids. So fat jo banega, what is that fat known as?
Saturated fat.
Saturated fat.
Very good. And these fatty acids are unsaturated and then they combine to your glycerol, then it will be known as what? Which fat?
Unsaturated.
Unsaturated fat.
Saturated fat is glycerol plus saturated fatty acid, and unsaturated fats are glycerol plus unsaturated fatty acids. So this is all about glycerols, lipids that you should know. We are done with today's lipids. Last question for you. Is it a macromolecule or is it a micromolecule?
Micro.
Micro.
When it comes to weight, no doubt. Okay. Now we'll move on to the next biomolecule in the next
Ma'am?
class. We'll find. Yes, beta.
Ma'am, how can lipids be called as micromolecules only?
Beta,
Ma'am,
there
because
is
they
a
have a
controversy. I told you in the
large
beginning also when I started the class, I said in lipids there is a controversy. We put them in the category of both micro as well as macromolecules. Why?
Yes.
Why do we put them? I think we had discussed this topic in the earlier class, or we have not taken up this topic.
and we have not taken up. And we have not done.
In earlier class, when we discussed micromolecules and macromolecules, I think we had taken up, I told you why lipid is a little different one or a controversial one. Why is it different? Did we discuss this or no?
ma'am.
No,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
you have
No,
to
ma'am.
take it in the last.
Acha. So we had not discussed about this part, why we consider the lipids as a special category.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the molecular weight of lipids?
800 Daltons approx.
Yes, it is approximately 800 Daltons. Now, if we talk about the molecular weight, it should come in which category?
Micro.
Micromolecule.
Micro.
But when we talk about the acid soluble pool and the acid insoluble pool, then lipids are obtained where?
Retentate part. Acid
Hmm?
insoluble. Acid
Yes.
insoluble.
Acid insoluble pool, where we have macromolecules, not micromolecules. So here is the confusion, children. Okay. When we talk about molecular weight, we keep lipids in micromolecules because of their molecular weight. But because they do not dissolve, they come in which portion? They come in the acid insoluble pool. So according to that category, we put them on the basis of solubility in acids. If you remember when we started the chapter, we did acid soluble and acid insoluble pools. So
Yes,
lipids will come in the acid insoluble pool, and normally acid insoluble pool में बेटा macromolecules आते हैं. So according to solubility हम उसको वहाँ रखेंगे. But if you talk about the molecular weight, it is 800 Daltons. So according to the molecular weight, we'll put it in the category of micromolecules. So we'll have to be careful कि हम solubility पे कर रहे हैं कि molecular weight की बात कर रहे हैं. Okay, we'll start with a new another one biomolecule tomorrow, beta. Now is your time. You can take rest. God bless you all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
God bless you.